The Bridge of Sacrifice. It was a cold winter evening, and the sun was setting behind the distant mountains. The sky was painted with strokes of orange and pink, while the chill in the air whispered stories of the past. On the edge of a quiet village, an old man named Ethan sat on a wooden bench near a rickety bridge. This bridge, though worn and fragile, was a symbol of something far greater, a love that stood the test of time. Ethan was a man of few words, but his eyes held 1,000 untold stories. Every evening, he would come to the bridge, carrying a small bouquet of wildflowers. He would place the flowers gently on the center of the bridge, whispering something under his breath before walking away. One evening, a young boy named Liam, who often watched Ethan from afar, gathered the courage to approach him. "Why do you bring flowers to this old bridge every day?" Liam asked, his curiosity shining in his wide eyes. Ethan looked at the boy and smiled faintly. "This bridge," he said, his voice trembling with emotion, "holds a piece of my heart. Let me tell you a story." Liam sat beside Ethan, the crisp winter air wrapping around them like a blanket. Ethan took a deep breath, his mind traveling back to a time when the world felt warmer. "Many years ago," Ethan began, "this village was my whole world, and on the other side of this bridge lived a girl named Clara. Clara wasn't just a girl, she was my light, my joy, my reason to smile. We were inseparable, spending every moment dreaming of a future together. But life isn't always kind, Liam. The river beneath this bridge would flood every spring, and one year, the flood was worse than ever. The current was fierce, destroying homes, farms, everything in its path. Clara's family lost everything, and they decided to leave the village for good. On the day she was to leave, Clara and I met here, on this very bridge. She cried in my arms, and I promised her something. I would rebuild the bridge, stronger than before, so one day she could return to me." Ethan's voice wavered as he continued. "I worked day and night, cutting wood, hammering nails, and rebuilding what had been destroyed. But Clara, she never came back. Years turned into decades, and though I waited, life moved on. People in the village told me to forget her, to move on, but how could I? This bridge wasn't just wood and nails, it was my promise, my love. Every nail I hammered was a part of me saying, 'I'll wait.'" Liam's eyes widened, his young heart aching at Ethan's words. "But didn't you ever try to find her?" Ethan nodded, a tear slipping down his cheek. "I wrote letters, I searched, but the world is vast, Liam. Sometimes, love means letting go, even when it hurts." He pointed to the bridge. "This bridge became my connection to Clara, a symbol of my promise. And even if she never walks across it again, it stands tall, reminding me of the love we shared. Every flower I place is a way of saying, I still remember." The boy was silent, the weight of Ethan's story sinking into him. The sun had set, and the stars began to appear, twinkling like scattered diamonds in the night sky. "Does it still hurt?" Liam asked softly. Ethan smiled, a smile full of bittersweet memories. "Love, my boy, always leaves a mark. But pain is the price of something beautiful. And if I had to live it all over again, I wouldn't change a thing." The next morning, the villagers woke to something extraordinary. The old bridge, which had always looked fragile and forgotten, was decorated with wildflowers. From one end to the other, it glowed with color, as though the bridge itself had come alive. Liam had gathered the flowers before dawn, honoring Ethan's love with a silent tribute. When Ethan arrived that morning, he saw the boy standing on the bridge, a proud smile on his face. "This bridge isn't just your story anymore," Liam said. "It's ours, and we'll make sure it's never forgotten." As the years went by, the bridge became more than a crossing. It became a monument of love, sacrifice, and promises kept. Travelers from distant lands came to hear Ethan's story, to feel the unspoken emotions that lingered in the air. And though Ethan grew older and frailer, he never missed a day at the bridge. On the morning he didn't return, the villagers placed flowers on the bridge for him, honoring the man who taught them the true meaning of love. Moral of the story: true love isn't measured by what you gain but by the sacrifices you make. Even when life separates us, love leaves a bridge between hearts that time can never destroy.